I am Elizabeth Scarborough, and I married a native, Fred.
And I'm Fred Scarborough. I was born 1931 on Scarborough Lane in Duck. It was nothing but a sandy road with two-wheel tracks. If you got out of the wheel tracks, you're gonna get out and push. And that's all we done was we pushed more than we rode.
Well, the first time that I was brought to Duck by my late husband, Everett Tate, is that we came to a sign that pointed Duck down the road, but it wasn't a road. It was a sandy trail, I would call it, along the Sound. And so there was no Duck Road at that time. And that was in December of 1953, the first time that I saw Duck.
We got married in 1955, and when we come to Duck, Duck was a dying town when I come. To me, it was the most forsaken place I had ever seen, and I dearly love it right today.
It was nice and quiet here. You know, if you didn't like seafood, you didn't eat. My dad was a fisherman. My granddad was a fisherman. I think the whole village really was fishermen. If they weren't fishermen, they were in life-saving stations.
My husband told me that Lloyd Toller arrived at his store one day, and they said, "Well, what are you doing?" And he was carrying a box, and he said, I'm setting up a post office." And and he decided that he would call it Duck because of all the wildfowl in the area, and because it was a big thing when there was market hunting, and they made a lot of money out of it.
It was in the middle of the road.
It was actually a cigar, at that time, it was in a cigar box. He had a shelf in his store, Lloyd Toller, where he kept all the mail and everything. But when he left his store, it was not secure, and the federal government had warned him to keep the mail safe at all times. So he put it into a cigar box, and he would tote it around under his arm wherever he went. And you didn't take his mail or go into his box. He was very particular about it.
Physically, you know, it's changed the town of Duck because of these large sand dunes that used to be there. And now, you know, you don't even see any trace of that because it's all, I guess, bulldozed down and developed. I do think that they have done a good job, the developers, of building Duck. I love the quote from Levin Scarborough. Now that's Fred's father. He said to me, "They're building a town like they want and calling it Duck." And that was quite true. But I do think it has, you know, it all looks very nice.
It was Levin Scarborough, but everybody called him Pop. That's the only name he knew, you know, and later years was Pop Scarborough. He was my dad, yeah. Yeah, and gosh, people from all over the country had his carvings. They always made sure when they buy when they had his name on the bottom. But he made a lot of friends.
There was one story I really like. His daddy or your granddaddy?
Well, he was out there in the boat. That was our fishing boats, sailboats.
Yes.
And they were right in the middle, and it got real calm. They had no wind to sail with. He took a penny out, and he threw it over his shoulder. He said, "Lord, give me a penny's worth of wind." And it come up a storm before they did get in, and they washed ashore over there up on the bank over there.
West side,
He said, he jumped out of that boat and he looked up and said, "Lord, if I'd known it was so cheap, I wouldn't have bought so much."